Hello, this is the Cobra MT40VXBC, which is a brush cutter attachment that goes onto the multi-tool system. And this is how it arrives with you in this box. So what I'm doing is just cutting the tape, and we'll open up the box and then we can take it out and I'll show you how to put it together so you can start using it around the garden. Here it is out of the box, so everything that you need to put it together. The instructions are with the multi-tool power unit, so everything is in there, so you will have that because you've already got the power unit if you're buying this, but it's very, very simple to assemble. So we've got the shaft itself with the head on it where the blade will fit, and then we've got a guard there that stops the grass flicking back. We've got the blade itself and the fixings to hold it on, and it comes also with an Allen key and a spanner, so you don't need any additional tools. So the first thing we're going to do is to put this grass cover on. So I'm going to take out these little screws. They're only finger tight, so they can just be taken out, and then we can put it into position and tighten it up. So to fit this, very easy, that is how it will be used. So it's going to fit on the back like that, with the blade going on the end of this. So if we turn that upside down, it goes on like that, and it will basically sit on there just like that. We just need to get the holes lined up, and then we can then just pop our screws back in with the little washers. So I'm just going to put them in finger tight to hold that in place, and then I can get the Allen key and we can tighten them up. Right, so they're nice and tight now, so we need to get them tight. We don't want it vibrating off. That shouldn't need to come off, of course, once you've got that guard on, but it's worth hanging on to that in your toolbox just in case you need to take it off. So now we can put the blade on, and this is the blade. So it's a three-cornered blade there. It's got a guard cover on, so we're going to leave that on because again it's sharp, and then we can put it on into position. Really easy to put together. So we've got the big one first, and it goes, this is the bit that's going to go underneath, and you notice it's got this little sprocket there, so we just line that on so it fits into place. And then we take the smaller one, this is a spacer, again it fits over, and then the blade, so again that goes over, and it goes over there and sits on that. Then this cup, and then we've got the nut. Now the blade is going around clockwise, which is the way we would normally put our nut on, but it's what we call a left-hand thread, so it won't go on that way. We have to put it on the other way. So it goes on the opposite to how you would normally put it on, and then we can tighten it on. So it's just a case of tightening that on with the spanner. So I'm just holding the blade there. We've got the cover on it, so we can't cut our hands, and just tighten that on like that. And that is the blade on like that. So that is it. Now we've got the blade in position. We've got the guard there. It's all ready to be attached now to the power unit. And before we would do any cutting, of course, we would take off this blade guard. Fitting the brush cutter onto the power unit here is very simple. So we've all assembled and ready to go. On the end of the shaft here, we've got this rubber cap. That's just there to protect it from being damaged, and also protect the shaft in the middle, and it stops dirt getting in there. And what we need to do is we need to just line it up. We've already got a line there with this arrow, and that's going to go into here like that, and then we just put it in there. Make sure this toggle's slackened off, give it a wiggle because we've got to align the two shafts together, and it will click, and that is in place, as you can see and hear. And then we just tighten that back up again like that. So it really is easy to put on. It just takes seconds, and when we've finished with it and we want to put this away and put another attachment on, we just simply slacken that one off, push the button on the top, give it a wiggle, and out it pops like that. Put the cap back on so that stops the dirt going in, and then that can be stored away in a shed or a garage, and you can put your next attachment on to carry on working around the garden. Before we can use it, obviously we need to take the guard off, so that just unclips like that, and then obviously we can keep that somewhere safe to put it back on when we've finished. and then we're away with it. So great for sort of tougher grasses, weeds, anything slightly woody, and away we go.
Remember to register your Cobra online at cobragarden.co.uk. Always have your Cobra serviced regularly. Check the website for your nearest dealer.